You know, it seems like we have been talking about streaming price increases a lot lately, whether it's Netflix increasing prices, Disney Plus increasing prices. I mean, the prices seem to be going up around across the board. One company that has not raised their prices for a while is HBO. Well, oh, wait. Yep. The news came out that HBO is indeed raising their prices of their premium plan by $1. You can bring up the report on that, Jonathan.
All right.
The news comes out that they are now raising the prices from $1 or from $14.99, and they're raising it up to the $1. They're raising it $1 to $15.99. Now, this is what it's written in Variety, where they say, Warner Brothers is raising the monthly price of HBO Max for the first time since launching it more than 2 years ago. Effective Thursday, January 12th, the price of a new HBO Max no ads monthly subscription, that's their top tier plan, in the U.S. Will increase from $14.99 to $15.99 plus applicable taxes. That's a nearly 7% increase that existing HBO Max subscribers who are currently paying $14.99 will see their monthly rate increase to $15.99 effective in their next billing cycle. Now, Warner Brothers had this to say. They said, this price increase of $1 will allow us to continue to invest in providing even more culture-defining programming and improving our customer experience for all users, yada, 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 yada. Same kind of boilerplate stuff we get whenever any of the streaming services raise their prices. I have said this before when the other places, when Netflix raised their price, when Disney Plus raised their price. I will say it here again. Look, we're always talking on this show about how HBO, when it comes to quality television programming, they are the standard. Yeah. There's nobody who does it better than them. Of course, they have some bad ones. Of course they do. But you won't find anybody making more consistent excellence than HBO does. They have not raised the price since, the thing kind of launched, since the HBO Max brand launched. Others are raising their prices. So it's interesting if we go and actually take a look and see it. How do these prices now compare? So let's go over my NDI there for a second. So right now, Netflix, they're basic with ads. But remember, their basic with ads is not the entire library. It's limited to 720p. There are other restrictions, but that is $6.99. The basic plan is $9.99. The standard plan, which is what most people have, is $15.49. And their premium is $19.99. Now we see how that kind of compares up with HBO Max, where their ad-supported plan is $9.99, but I don't believe it comes with any restrictions. And their ad-free is now $15.99, which puts it pretty much in line with what Netflix's standard plan is. Go to Amazon Prime. It's difficult to compare Amazon Prime because you get a lot more with Amazon Prime. So their standard just Prime video service, which you can get, is $8.99. But if you're somebody like me and you use Amazon all the time for a lot of other stuff, I have an Amazon Prime account for $14.99 a month, and that just includes Amazon Prime Video. So if you just want Prime Video, though, $8.99. Hulu, their ad-supported plan is $7.99. Their ad-free plan is $14.99. So again, right in the same ballpark. Disney Plus, the ad-supported is $9.99. Their ad-free is $10.99. But then there's various bundle programs as well. Showtime's over the top is $10.99. Paramount Plus ad-supported is $4.99 with the full ad-free at $9.99. So they continue to be one of the more, budget-friendly ones. Peacock, $4.99 and $9.99 as well. ESPN Plus, $9.99. Then you get Stars, AMC Plus, Discovery, which will be folding into HBO Max here pretty soon. And Apple TV, still doing $4.99. And now they have the least amount of content, but they have some pretty damn good content. So look, as I said, when Netflix raised their prices and when Disney Plus raised their prices, I never like as a consumer seeing my prices raise, obviously. But when I look at what I get, again, I said this about Disney Plus, I said this about Netflix, I'll say it about HBO Max. When I look at what I get, if you were just to introduce HBO Max to me today and you showed me the library and the stuff that we've got coming and all that kind of stuff, and you said the price of this is $15.99, I would say that's a deal. I'll get it. Again, I don't like that I'm paying more today than I was yesterday, but it's still, the price point is still, Rob, at a place where I call there is value there. I still see the $15.99 as a value, as I do with the Netflix. Now, again, for some people, that's going to mean, probably for me too, because I've got way too many of these streaming services. At some point, they're all going to get expensive enough that we're going to have to start picking and choosing a little bit. But hey, that's what we asked for when we said we didn't want cable anymore. It is what we asked for. So I admit it. This is what I wanted. Guys, we want to take a second and thank the sponsor of this video, Helix Sleep. Guys, let me tell you, just a couple of days ago, Ann and I received our Helix mattress, and it is the best mattress we have ever slept on in our entire lives. We had like this $3,000 specialized mattress that we got like 5-6 years ago, and we liked it very much, but this one completely outdoes it. It's night and day. And you can get matched with your perfect mattress too. See, Helix Sleep has a quiz that takes just like a minute to complete, and it matches your body type and sleep preferences to the perfect mattress for you. Why would you buy a mattress made for somebody else? With Helix, you're getting a mattress that you know will be perfect for the way that you sleep. I hopped online, took the Helix quiz, and Anna and I were matched with the perfect mattress for us. And it is so easy to set up. Simply take it out of the box, get it positioned on your mattress, take off the plastic, and then give it an hour or two to breathe to reach its full size, and you will not believe how comfortable this thing is. All you got to do is go to helixsleep.com/Campea. Take their 60-second sleep quiz, and they'll match you to a customized mattress that will give you the best sleep of your life. And it's risk-free. They have a 10-year warranty, and you get to try it out for 100 nights. They'll even pick it up for you if you don't love it, but you will. Helix even has financing options and flexible payment plans, so a great night's sleep is never far away. And here's the best part. Helix is offering up to $200 off of all mattress orders and 2 free pillows for our listeners at helixsleep.com/Campea. Anyway, Rob, you hear about this, the price raise itself, how it compares to the other servers. What do you think?
Well, like you laid it out. I mean, HBO is the premium. It is the standard by which it's the standard bearer by which all of the streaming services are measured in terms of quality.
Right.
And they always drop interesting movies. The other day, someone sent me an email that said, "Hey, did you know that HBO Max is showing Catherine Bigelow's Strange Days that James Cameron wrote?" And that is not available in HD in the United States. The only way you can get it on physical media is from a German disc. Now, it's not the right aspect ratio, but it's an HD transfer, and it looks great. And like, if you've never seen Strange Days, it came out in '95. Cameron wrote it. Academy Award winner Catherine Bigelow directed it. I think they were married for a time. They were married for a time, and I love that film, and it's on HBO Max. So that extra buck, well, that's worth one watch of Strange Days, which I did the other night. And I think that, look, what's really going to hurt is 5 years from now. Where are the price points going to be for all these streaming services? Because all we're hearing, John, is, well, everyone's losing money on streaming. Yeah, because there's the arms race that nobody can afford. That's why we bankrupted Russia, and the Soviet Union fell because they couldn't compete economically. And at the end of the day, which shows are the most important? Churn is going to be, I think, a thing that happens with all of us.
Yep.
We're going to drop in and out of streaming services based on stuff we want to watch. And what keeps you there, like, look, I love Netflix. There's always something. I find that if there's nothing on Netflix, I'll go watch some foreign language show I've never heard of, just to see what it is. It's like when I used to go to the record store and go to the import section at Tower Records and buy 12 inches. I'm like, I don't know what this is. I come home and I'm like, wow, this is New Order's Blue Monday. Never heard about it.
Foreign language stuff. That's Rob's code name for hentai. Just so, anyway, but please continue.
What?
No, I'm just saying that look, Netflix's greatest strength is bringing shows from around the world. No one else is doing what they're doing in terms of vigorously going after really interesting programming. A lot of Indian stuff, a lot of Korean stuff, Japanese stuff I've never heard of. Not hentai, but good stuff.
That he's heard of.
That's
that he's heard of.
I'd buy all that.
that.
But no, seriously, I think that there's going to be there is going to come a time when all these streaming services, if you get them all, it's going to cost you $200 a month. It's just too much. But HBO, I will pay that dollar.
Anyway, Aaron, you hear about this price? I don't know if you guys have HBO Max in the.
We have everything.
You have everything, of course you do. So, what do you think about this?
So, well, first of all, I mean, they got to pay for The Last of Us. I mean,
Right.
we just reported on the budget of The Last of Us, and so they gotta get. And by the way, I want to kick myself because I meant to write down the name. One of our viewers suggested the Craig Mazin podcast that the other day, and I started listening to it, and it's really fantastic. But I have mom brain, and I can't remember the name of it, but I'll look it up. I will say that. First of all, they have to pay for This Is Us. The Last of Us. Sorry, we know how expensive that's going to be because we just reported on that, and they know that this news coming right on the heels of all these amazing reviews of The Last of Us. People are like, "Cool, I'm going to pay that. I don't care," and I'm in the same bandwagon. What I would love is almost what you're saying, Rob, which is I'm happy to pay more to not have to deal with the insanity. Over the holidays, Tom and I realized that we were both, for the last 6 years, we've both been paying for an Amazon Prime subscription.
Oh, individually?
Individually, because when we got married, we never did that thing where we sat down and we were like, hey, do you subscribe to Hulu? Me too. Okay, great. You end yours and I'm going to. So we've been double subscribed. And every time I go to one of the streamers, I'm like, is it your email address or my email address? So I said, we're done with this. We're going to put it on one email address and we're going to have one login. It's still so complicated because we have these packages, but I don't know what the packages are. So it's like Hulu has Showtime, and then it also has like ESPN, and Apple has Disney. It's like there's these weird packages, and I go, can you guys just, for those of us who don't have the bandwidth to do all the individual ones, if somebody goes, hey, here is every streaming service for one flat fee, I'm in. Like,
Cable.
I will pay whatever that.
Yeah, it was called cable.
Exactly.
It was
Exactly. And that's
called
what I'm
cable.
saying is I love the fact that people have the option of a la carte. That should always be there. But for those of us who are just plain lazy and would just rather like shovel some money at it and be done, that's one of those things that I want to just shovel money at and be done with it. Give me a flat rate, $50 a month. Hell, $100 a month. It's still less than I was paying for cable back in the day. Just don't bother me with the 1, 2, 3 anymore.
We should start, instead of Movie Pass, Streaming Pass. For $50 a month, you can have whatever streaming service you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, but none of the streamers will ever agree to it.
I do think that this price hike makes sense. It's on par with the other. If they were like, just kidding, we're going to charge $25.99 a month, that would be different, but they're on the same level as the rest of these. So I'm all for it.
All right, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? HBO Max, for the first time in a couple of years, has raised their prices by $1, much like the others have. It's now kind of on par with everything else. But are you concerned about the overall trend? Like Rob says, where are the prices going to be 5 years from now? Are we going to get to a point where we're having month by month picking and choosing which streaming service to have? Whatever you guys think, or maybe you're thinking, guys, you're making a big deal out of a $1 price raise. Whatever you think, jump down into the comment section below and let us know your thoughts.